Hello, dear listener, and welcome to Zealand. The world in which we are playing in will go to some dark places. The content of this series will therefore be violent and dark in nature, so if you find yourself easily offended or are rather squeamish, please do look away.
Kia ora guys, gals, and legionnaires. Rycon here and welcome back to Zealand. This is Chapter 4, Part 2, Blood in the Water. And there already has been a lot of blood in the water spilt by our friends on the island that are now all back together. Scott's still crawling his way back, unfortunately completely alone because everyone rushed off trying to save the other newly maimed man. You're the main maimed man now, Skull. Congratulations.
The main.
I'm the main cripple down.
And during all this commotion, during this surgery that's going on in there while everyone else is being held outside, and Jake, while you're holding Skulk down, hoping that he doesn't awake, we do have Chloe wandering into the woods with bullpup in hand, trying to track down where this child zombie came from. I need you to roll an investigation for me, first of all, to see if you can track down some tracks.
Sure.
This is going to be a plus 30 to your roll.
What was my investigation?
To start this.
38, so I have to beat 68. No. Fail. 83.
Okay, you struggle. You manage to make it towards the tree line, trying to find any sort of a trail, any semblance of a trail, but you just can't. You see that there's a lot of disturbance in and around this area, and you do find something for a while, and it starts to lead down towards the beach, and then you kind of come to the conclusion that these tracks were from the original people who ran up to here.
Okay, well, honestly, if I can't really find where this kid came from, I'm just going to head back.
Okay, all right.
There's no point in me getting lost out here.
Okay, you make your way back towards the bunkhouses, and you see outside, they've actually set up the little campfire that was extinguished. They've started it up now, and Lulu's out there making tea. Not making meth, not yet, but making tea for all the others. Everyone seems to be gathered around there, and actually as you're kind of walking back, you do see Willow. And Willow's not there, she's inside there. Sorry, not Willow, god damn.
Yeah, I'm like, what are you doing? Get back here!
She's like, shouldn't you be doing something? It's a lot of names, I get there. You see Jen kind of reach out and just kind of wave in your direction.
I
Okay.
possibly wave back.
Alright, so while this is happening, that Scott, you do kind of make your way out. Where were you trying to come up from?
I don't know where the hell to go. I've never been on the island.
Oh shit! No,
So,
you have.
You've been.
You've been to the bunkhouses. We had dinner here. When I was first here,
first
me and
night.
you had a final dinner on the steps of the bunkhouse.
Yeah, the very first
Okay,
night.
because the thing is, it would be because I went the field way, that one time. So and I'm following this time at the track. So I'd follow them as
From the beach.
from the beach
up.
and I've
Okay.
never been this way. So
Yeah. Okay. So you are going through the mud, and you're getting quite muddy at this point as well.
Or the thing is, as well, as I said, when I'm approaching, I'm making it look really
Look
bad.
bad,
But
yeah.
the thing is, I'm more 2-1, a three-legged werewolf, kind of crawling situation.
Wouldn't it take more effort to make it look bad?
He's doing that when he gets there.
Okay, as you
Sounds
start to kind of you can actually hear noise, you can hear people speaking, and you can smell the smoke of the fire. You can see some people in and around the fireplace, and you do see someone kind of stand up alarmingly, go, "What the fuck?" and looking towards, and then takes a second.
Seriously, what the fuck, and say, "I'm alive."
Jeez.
I can talk now. Shoot, quick!
Okay. All right. When this is happening, and you see this other man call out and say, fuck, and then
Little help.
Jonah kind of walks over and he's, bloody hell, mate. Let me help you up. Come on.
Yeah,
And he starts to trying to help you up.
kind of left on the beach there. I kind of Didn't know what the fuck was going on.
I don't know if they knew you were coming on. Apologies, no hard feelings. Alright. And he helps you up, kind of towards the fire, and it's awkward, and it takes a while to get you there. And you sit down, and there's a big group of people, and you don't really know these people very well, and they're all kind of looking at you, like, strangely, like when they first met you.
Shaming
A little just unsure of you. They really haven't had any time with you at all, so they don't seem super warm.
I'm around here, right?
I just say
You are by the. You are. Did you want to come over towards the
Yeah,
fire?
yeah. I
Okay.
think I would have sort of slowly
Okay,
came
alright.
over.
You make your way over.
I just say, name Scott. I've been on the second chance help boat.
I go over, I
Majority
sit
of the
down
time.
with Scott.
Okay. Alright, you sit down. You're looking a little worse for wear, mate. Here, have this one. And he takes what seems to be an untouched coffee that he has that's been heated up on this fireplace and passes it to you.
It's Jonah, right?
It's Jonah, yeah.
Okay, thanks, Jonah.
right.
I just like talk with Scott, not about anything in particular, but just so the other people see me talking to him, so they
Right.
get a sense that this is probably fine.
Okay, do you want to like pass on any information to him at all? Because it's been a while since you guys
I
have
shot
been
a
face to
5-year-old
face.
in the head. I say that kind of quietly, actually. I think
Doesn't surprise me.
I get up
That's a Chloe.
and I
That's a
walk
Chloe.
a little bit away, and I sit down elsewhere.
Okay. Right.
Roll will check for mental damage.
Yeah,
After
with
that
that
sick
burn.
burn.
Okay. All right. Everyone sits by the fire, essentially not really knowing what's going on inside.
Where's Dan?
Dan's inside as well. Yeah. So it was Dan, Frank, Kevin, and Jake, and Nick.
You got it, didn't you?
Oh, actually, can I talk to Jonah?
You can. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, he needs to come a little bit closer to where he is.
Sure, yeah. I got Jonah. Can I talk to you over to the side?
Yeah. All right.
In
He
a
walks
different
over with
scene?
you. He makes that noise as he stands up. It's actually an android.
Okay, so we're like off to the side.
Yeah.
Oh,
with the
okay, so I'm
others,
just gonna talk a normal volume, but I'm talking quietly to him.
Yeah. All right.
What? I wasn't telling.
Oh, I thought we were just
Jonah,
clarifying
no?
talking. No. Anyway.
I think I know what happened to Flip. Well,
Kind of looks around.
yeah, like I am saying this very quietly,
Yeah.
of course.
All right.
One of the washed up zombies came over here while you guys were at the beach. I took care of it. It's
I
fine.
thought that was a joke.
No.
You found the other one.
Yeah. And there were bits of a yellow rain jacket, a lot like Flip's in its mouth.
All right.
I don't necessarily know if this 5-year-old killed them, but obviously they found them. I tried to follow the tracks. I couldn't really find where the kid came from, but it's over to... I sort of point over to... They came from that sort of side of the island.
All right.
So, I don't know. I mean, when Kevin isn't so busy, we should let him know too, because...
I'll check it out.
Yeah.
Thank you for letting me know.
Yeah, of course.
I appreciate it.
When we just go
Hell
sit
of a
back with the
day.
boat? Yeah, hell of a day.
Okay, he does kind of walk over towards the tree line and he starts looking around.
Sure, I go sit back down with the group because I tried to look and I couldn't, so I'm not going to try again.
Okay.
I say to the people, so,
Camera off.
what are your names?
Okay, all right. All the others around the fireplace slowly start to introduce themselves to you.
You just say they do, you die, because I already
Yeah,
know out of character.
Yeah, okay, all right, yeah.
Scott, okay, I need to know because it's been bugging me for like the last few games we've been playing, but in Jonah's picture, what is the thing he's holding?
You don't know.
It looks like a book, and it makes it look like a wizard. But like,
It's actually a friggin' what do you call them?
An accordion.
An accordion. It's a friggin' accordion. But he doesn't have an he doesn't have an accordion.
Picture again.
Yeah.
I honestly thought it was a book as well.
It's an accordion.
Yeah,
It's actually an accordion. So
that's totally his spell book.
yeah, the more you know, the more you know.
Accordion.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's where you can say according to me. Anyway,
I
we'll
would
move
say
on
it's-
from that.
I'd say it's good to meet you all.
And they all nod and yeah. I mean, they did share names with you as well. Some of them seem to be a lot more quieter than others. Yeah, it's something that many of you haven't actually had interactions with. For the most part, these are people that are unassuming. They keep to themselves. Some of them seem to live out in these tents here. There's no one that you've directly interacted with. Everyone that you have direct interactions with, they're all the people that we've seen so far. Everyone else seems distant or just they stick to their own. They do their own thing, so to speak. And that they don't know you very well, you don't know them very well. And this continues for some time. It is later in the day, but no one's really prepared to do anything food-wise out here. There's just what's left over from the tea that you all had with the Russians. There were some things out on the table that get brought down and shared among the rest of you. It's pretty scarce for the most part, though. The food that they offer you and Chloe are like pretty much just like snacks, crackers, and things like that.
Can I just ask you a question? Because you said you were going to go, like, as things I would have said, you said you were going to go back to the boat.
Once I'm kind of preoccupied right now.
Okay.
Yeah, they're doing an operation in there at the moment.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so once all that's done, yeah. But I mean,
You
whenever that is.
haven't heard anything from inside the place, but you can see lights on. The curtain is closed. It's starting to get a little darker outside now. It's starting to dim down, and you're starting to hear the forest come alive again. The silence that was there throughout this entire fight has kind of been replaced by insects and other things that seem to come to life at night. You sit down, you have these crackers. Most of them have like varying spreads on them, be them like what seems to be like peanut butter and like a few other types of spreads. So it's like, it's not much of a meal, but it's something. And it seems to be what a lot of them have been eating on the side to kind of keep them going. And everyone sits there and mostly in silence and they're just kind of drinking, doing their own thing. And you actually catch Jen sitting by the fire, and you can see that her gaze is pretty much consistently looking over in the direction of where her mother is on the other side of the bunkhouse. And the waiting continues for a time.
Is Jen one of the ones that
Introduced, yes, yeah.
I think that I'm oblivious to anything, so I'm just like,
oh boy, here it
um,
comes. Everyone brace yourselves.
I just kind of.
That's great role playing, Scott. You're oblivious to everything.
I
Yeah.
kind of look at her and I'm like, is everything all right?
I turn and look at Scott like this.
I thought you stood away from him.
Yeah, they're sitting across the fire. They're looking at each other across the fire.
Oh, so romantic.
Sorry, it's a real old D&D meme that we have. Okay, you just kind of, you do get that gaze from Chloe across the fire. Read into it what you will.
Have some soup, Scott.
Tell him to have some soup.
They're like, what? We have soup?
That's my mum over there.
Food is soup.
I kind of just look over.
And you can actually just see like the feet of a person covered in a white blanket sticking out from right the side of the bunkhouse.
Oh, shit. I'm so sorry for your loss.
It's okay. I'm sorry for yours.
Look at your leg.
I don't think anyone here, any of us around here, haven't lost something or someone. I mean, I'm not unique or special in that.
This new rod sucks. There's no getting past that.
I pull out my phone and I start to fiddle with it.
As you're all sitting there around the fireplace, you do hear like another voice kind of speak out at this point. This guy who none of you have really talked to all that much. It can all be bad, right?
One can only hope.
What do you mean, kid?
Your friend is still alive, isn't he?
Not sure.
We don't know. That's why they've been in there for hours.
They all left, but they came back. People usually get to do that.
I didn't. I kind of thought it was the end out there. Everything happened so fast.
But it wasn't. You're still here. I don't know much about any of you so far. Only what I've heard. But you were friends before this. You have each other. That's something. Not all of us have family, friends, or people we knew before this. But still you have that. And sure, your other friend's gone. But still, you have each other, and that's something. Not all of us know each other that well, but we still have each other. Both of you roll intuition for me, if you can.
What's one? 40.
40. No, it's
Fail
not, is
by heaps.
Fail?
Intuition.
Like
40.
50 something.
What's
Bloody hell, what did you roll?
intuition?
85, I think, or 84.
First time.
Fuck!
Failed by 6.
Oh no.
It's not that bad.
Oh,
You notice
Still a
like
fail.
something strange. Like you feel like maybe he's
Well, I do know
Socially-
he's a Converse kid, right?
no, he's not the
No, no.
Converse kid.
Isn't he?
No,
That's
no,
not the good.
different
Oh.
kid, different kid.
Okay.
Yeah,
But you think so because
You don't see
failed your
him-
intuition.
you don't see him around the fireplace at the moment.
Okay.
But this guy that's talking, you think maybe he's socially awkward because he doesn't seem to be looking anyone directly in the eye when he's speaking. Like when he's speaking towards, like he's not looking at anyone in particular. He's kind of just looking around. He's speaking. He's never directly speaking to anyone.
Okay.
Okay.
Making this world shines light on our darkest features. It truly shows you who people really are.
Not just the good, but the bad. Or, oh, sorry, fuck, let me rephrase that. That was me fucking that up. Not just the bad, the good. What I was trying to say.
I don't know about you guys, but I think this fucking sucks.
It's no good. It's Jen speaking again.
Don't have to pay taxes. It's awesome.
Well,
To be fair, you don't have an income
if it
with
makes
which
any
to pay tax.
difference, I hope to get to know you guys a lot better. Haven't necessarily been in the right mind recently.
Plus, you've been on the boat.
For reasons.
Yeah, because you need someone on the boat.
With that,
That was really.
it does. Yeah, I know. Yeah, like this, like standoff across the fire again. Just kind of like quiet down a little bit more, and night seems to settle in properly. All the while, this messy operation has been going on inside to essentially try to clean up. Now, Nick, you did do a good job at separating the arm, but this is to essentially clean up what remains to essentially stitch together the skin, so that's going to be able to heal.
Like scrape off the cartilage on my humerus.
It's
not funny.
it's a messy job, and it takes a long time. And by the end of it, Willow is covered in lots of
go.
blood and mess. But she does the best she can with what she has available to her, in attempting to seal it back up, stitch together what remains, having to stretch some materials over things. Are you going to sneeze, right? Okay, I thought it was like a throw up or a...
Yeah,
so I was a little
So I
concerned.
was just looking up at
Yeah.
the light, trying not to.
Okay. But after a while, she takes a deep breath, and I think that's all I'm going to be able to do.
Is he gonna make it?
I think he lost a fair bit of blood. He's pale, but honestly, only time's going to tell at this point. We don't know for sure.
Do you have everything you need here?
No. I could do with a fully working hospital and a doctor. That'd be nice.
Can't bring that, but there are. We can go to a pharmacy if you need other drugs.
We have some for now that can help. But if this was to happen again, then yeah, we might be in trouble. But for now, for the moment, at the very least, we're okay.
Alright. Where is Skulk? He's sort of like in the middle of the lounge area, right?
In the middle, yeah. So things have kind of been cleared away a little bit to make space for the operation. So it's essentially in and around here. And he's just you've all been working on the floor,
Alright.
on like whatever they could find to put down.
And so it's what, me, Dan, Frank, Nick, Kevin.
Yeah.
And what was the other one? Lou.
No, Willow the nurse.
Did you get Lou from that?
I don't know. It's got an L in it.
No, Lulu's
The other one, yeah.
chemist-ish.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go straight out and I can clean up. I'm guessing there's a bit of blood on me.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's all on a rain jacket, so
Yeah.
it's all gonna come off.
Yeah,
pretty-
exactly. Yeah. No, I mean everyone's got a bit of blood on them, so they decide to kind of clean up. But the others do. Well, it's like let's put him on the couch for now, and so the others do help bring him up, lay him down on the couch, and then Dan goes over and starts trying to get together what little firewood is there at the moment to try and get a basic fire going inside the place.
Okay, no, maybe we should put them in. If we get most of those beds out of there, put them in the other room. Most people can sleep in there. Keep Skulk in here. We've taken the arm, but we don't know how this works. He could still turn.
Yeah, Roger.
No, Skull.
Sorry, wait.
Well done.
Where? Oh,
We're right in the middle.
right.
Of
Okay.
Yeah.
So you want him to get him in the
yeah,
middle
we get
room.
those beds out of there. And
Mm.
keep one for him. Tie him down. Like again, not much. Like through your belt loops. It's not much, but enough to sort of stop you. Because we really have zero idea of how this thing works.
What about the shed though?
Too cold. You're not-
Plus, yeah. Okay. All right, we'll do it. We'll make it happen. I think you're right about cleaning up. Let's get cleaned up as much as we can, and
We'll get cleaned up. We'll move the beds into here. Get him in there, and then we'll get other people to help get these beds out of there. Is
it's a lot of work to move those around, mate.
there enough? Well, we can just take the mattresses. Just something people sleep on.
We bring them out. People are sleeping on the floor every night in
Oh.
here. Now, if we use the other bunkhouse as well, that might work out.
Yeah, I think most people should go over there, because there's a chance he can wake up in the middle of the night screaming in pain.
Okay. Well, no matter what we do, there's going to be a shortage of space. And
Yeah.
it just depends who you want to be putting in danger.
I'll stay here. We'll get a couple people, take some shifts. Doesn't need to be too many.
Okay.
Just 3 or 4 of us will stay in this area here.
All right. We'll shift everyone over then. We'll make it work. And Kevin comes out and explains that for now, Skulk seems to be stable, but we still don't know how this works. And so we're going to take precautions. We're going to need to make sure that this is safe for everyone. And then goes on to explain that essentially we're going to have to start sleeping together, not as separate groups, but as one. and everyone starts to simmer down as the night starts to settle and tries to find a place. Some others going over towards what has predominantly been your bunkhouse so far and trying to settle in there wherever people can. And it's really up to the rest of you to decide where it is you want to sleep at this point.
So out of the people that were with us in there, who else is going to help and keep watch?
Dan and Frank and Kevin.
Oh, sweet. That's just plenty.
Yeah.
Yep.
You don't know where Jonah is at this point.
Yeah.
You haven't seen Jonah in a while.
Well, I'll see when I go out to where the water tank
He's
is.
No,
not
he
there.
like left.
Oh, right,
not
that's right.
there.
You get to, yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
left.
Okay.
So I'll go get cleaned up and probably go and sit in front of the fire.
Okay. All right.
When Kevin doesn't seem busy, I ask him if I can talk to him.
Yeah, he nods. He's just essentially trying to help some people move some of their things in between the bunkhouses.
Sorry,
And he stops
forgot
for a
about that.
second.
Yeah, I'll be helping with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, once he's done
Okay.
with that, like, once he's not busy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay. So, found the third zombie.
Okay.
They came over here. I took care of it. Don't worry. But, they had yellow rain jacket material in their mouth. So I think something they found Flip. I don't know what state they found Flip in, but I think they did. Jonah's out there now trying to see if he can find where the kid came from. I wasn't able to. So, yeah.
Okay. Jonah knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
All right.
He
Thanks
has a
for the-
radio on him, right?
He does, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Should we,
If he finds anything, he'll let us know.
no, I mean, well, do we let her know?
I'll try and do that.
Okay, yeah, it's probably better coming from you.
Yeah. Thanks. Okay. It doesn't take too long to shift things around. People are trying to find places to store their equipment, whatever little belongings they have. They try and find a nook, a cranny, and bunk down for the night wherever they can. At the moment, Skulk is still on the couch, and those who are comfortable, or those who have said they're comfortable, are wanting to stay and watch him during the night. And place is being kept warm by the fire, and some firewood is brought over to the other one as well, and that's started.
The firewood that originated in that room.
Yeah. And you all start to settle for the night, for the evening. Is there anywhere in particular that you'd like to rest for the night, or wherever you can find? You're not fussed?
Where
Okay.
does Dan end up sleeping?
He's got to be sleeping in this bunkhouse here because he wants to be close to where Skulk is.
I'll go
Because
there.
he's going to be going on watch. Yep, so you're there as well? Okay. Alright, they've mostly like sleeping bags and just some sheets are on the floor for a lot of people that are sleeping on the floors. Anywhere in particular that you want to be, Jake or Nick?
Probably around the Skulk area to keep an eye on him.
Okay.
So I'll be in the room, I guess.
So it's mostly going to be that bunkhouse that you're all going to be in?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But we'll be,
Yeah.
I'll be separated because I'm assuming everyone else is in the lounge sort of area,
Yes.
not in the room.
Mixed between.
I wouldn't have any issue sleeping on the floor if, like, because I've been sleeping pretty well
Yeah.
recently, so I'm...
And-
I think that was the drugs and the
Yeah.
alcohol.
And some people are out. Some people are out in the tents as well, resting in there. But you all do try and find somewhere during the night to rest. And
Yep.
the night goes by. It begins, and Skulk, you have a pretty sound sleep to a degree. It's one that's alcohol fueled, and you are out. And so the night goes by, rotating watch as best you can, and things seem quiet out there. There's the occasional sound in the woods, but nothing that gives you alarm. This continues for some time until eventually the sun rises again, albeit one that is very dim. Today being overcast and colder, winter is starting to set in at this point,
You could have just said winter's coming.
but it's not.
It's here.
It's already here.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so you wake up feeling chilly with the fireplace having gone out, the wood being expent, and just the smouldering remains settle in the fireplace as everyone starts to wake up. And it seems that Skulk has survived the night, both from the infection and from the amputation. He is still pale and with kind of deep bags under his eyes. Skulk, you actually start...
What was that? What was funny about that?
They just back
It's
in
just,
handbags.
Jake just looked at Skulk for that. He was just like, he's pale. Jake
He's
just-
still pale, of course he is.
There's no amount of tan's
Paler.
gonna fix that.
Paler, he's going blue. He's going blue.
Matt White.
Yeah. And you actually start to stir ever so slightly. And yes, you feel consciousness coming back to you, and you feel like a splitting headache that seems to overtake you until you feel like a almost like a thudding sensation coming from your arm. And then you kind of awake and you investigate the thudding sensation, still looking away. Okay. And you keep your gaze averted.
Can I sit up? Do I have the strength to sit up?
You can attempt to, and you slowly start to pull yourself up. As you do, Jake, you're kind of the... It's
I'd
where
be
the way
groaning while
it
I do
kind of
it. It'd be
cycled
like
through. You were first and last essentially. So as the morning starts coming, you do see him start to race back up.
I'd help him up.
With a
Okay.
groan.
Get more pillows so it's like...
How much of a groan? Well, it sounds pretty. Okay. All right, you help him up, and he seems, like I was saying, very, very dark bags underneath his eyes, and your glasses have slightly shifted as well, in terms of how they sit on your face, the way that you landed on the ground, you feel really, really rough, but you are conscious, and while having like a weak stomach, you feel incredibly hungry as well. But beyond that, you have control of your body. You have control.
Well, most of them.
Yeah.
So,
No, you have full control. You can control your arm on the box. Mentally do it.
so I can see Jake. So, like, because I'm on the couch, so I'm guessing I'm looking that way.
Yes, you can. Yeah. You see him. Essentially, Jake, the way I imagine it, you would have like propped yourself up maybe next to the fireplace and have just been watching your friend at the start of the night and again first thing in the morning when Dan would have swapped over.
Was the fireplace on that?
It's the one that's the fireplace.
Oh, what? I didn't see because I thought they were in the
That's
smaller
okay.
room.
No, we're in the lounge, the big room.
Oh.
I'm dressed though. They didn't have to like.
They have not undressed you, and the actual sleeve of your jacket has been cut. So this is like your shirt beneath here. Yeah.
At least lift this part. I have to get rid of the whole jacket.
You just get rid of the rest of the arm to match.
That's an option.
Yeah, definitely an option. I mean, I can arrange that for you if you want.
This dolphin comes through the window.
Flip his revenge.
All right. Okay.
Okay. I do just start like unzip and try and take off.
Okay. It's difficult and it's painful to move, but you do manage to take off your jacket. Okay.
And then I just ask, "Where's the rest of it?" Jake.
The jacket? It's...
No,
I don't know. I guess it's still on the boat. 'Cause I never saw that, so yeah. I don't know.
Can I stand? I try and stand up.
Okay. Yeah.
After, like,
It's
I
difficult
help
and it
again.
takes some time to stand up for the first time, but you do manage and
I
you
got
feel.
shoes on
You feel.
because I don't think I can do laces at the moment.
Yeah, you feel wavy as you
Whatever,
kind of
okay.
stand up, maybe even like a little bit of like seasickness almost, but yeah, and lightheaded, especially lightheaded when you first stand up, but you seem to be steady enough. You're okay.
Do me a favor, mate. Grab one of Chloe's crutches.
Are they in this room?
There would be
They'd be in the
other
other
one.
bunkhouse, yeah.
Right, okay. I'll
Which
go-
you would have actually seen going in there. You would have seen, oh, there's crutches.
Now someone comes in and just like, we can
Like-
share.
Mm.
You can have one, I can have
God,
one.
we only have one crutch. Don't
No, we have two.
Do we?
We have two
There's
crutches.
two crutches.
I
Yeah.
thought we only found one. That's why I only had one.
No, we had two. We made one for you, but you had a
At the
set
beginning.
from because like the thing is they were his crutches and you had a wheelchair as well.
Yeah. At
And
what?
Okay,
at
right.
Eddie's
yeah,
Rock.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll I guess I'll wake up whoever's around me, like Nick or Dan or Kevin or whatever. And just, he's up and I'm gonna go grab him a crutch.
Okay, yeah, you
I
do wake
tell
up
them
Kevin,
where
yeah.
they are. Where I left them.
Okay. Yeah. I'll come with.
Hmm.
Okay. And while walking to the other bunkhouse, Kevin does begin a conversation with you as we're kind of walking out here. We're gonna have to do something about all of this today. Those bodies and
Yep.
Holly's.
We're gonna have to burn them all.
You can't burn Holly.
We don't know how this works. We could bury it and it could infect the land. I don't know. Maybe we can bury it further away, but then the longer we carry it, the harder it is. The more chance we have to be infected. We just don't know how this works.
We need to do something with him as well, Victor. What are we gonna do there?
Funny enough, we can bury him. That's... yeah.
I can't convince him of that. I can't convince him that we can bury this man. And we need to burn him.
Burn him as well. Like it doesn't...
Look, if we're going to do that, then we need to do it properly for them. We can't just dump them in a pile like
we
other
don't.
bodies.
We can do that with the other ones. But
Okay,
we can do something proper for our people.
I'm on board with that. Yeah.
I mean, I know it's been a tough day yesterday, but we've got a lot of shit to do.
No, you're right. There's too much to do
We've
here.
literally just got firewood to collect. We got, we need to strip this second chance while it's still on the island. That boat's done, but there's a lot of stuff on it we can take and use. We need to. Now it's dangerous for us to go out and get food even, so we're gonna have to figure something out there.
Yeah.
We need to start working on production straight away, because they're expecting a certain amount from a guy who knows how to do it. Now we need to figure it out and be able to produce the same quantity within the same period of time. Kind of an impossible feat to do.
Yeah.
So that needs to happen straight away. We are fucking busy.
You hear a whistle from
Jonah.
the woods.
Oh my god, the trees are whistling.
Looking over towards it, you see Jonah standing there, rifle slung over his shoulder and pack on his back. And he kind of motions you and
Sorry,
Kevin.
mate. You're gonna have to wait for the crutch.
I was going to say, like, I'm
Side
slowly
quest.
making my
Yeah,
way to
yeah.
the door anyway.
Yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah.
After he goes, I'll slowly
Okay,
by the wall, and I'm going to be walking to the bunkhouse myself.
okay.
Slowly but surely, just by the wall, just hanging on to it.
Okay.
Go over to Jonah.
Alright, so as you approach,
Come have a look at this. I need you both to see it.
he takes you to the tree line, further in a little bit. And then as it kind of like opens up into this small little open area, you can see bright yellow.
Simpsons.
I heard that fucker properly.
I brought back what I could.
Oh, fair enough.
And you see beneath the yellow and all of the blood, a torso of what probably at one stage was a man. It's hard to tell. It's mostly just it's a mess, an absolute mess. It's been thoroughly eaten, and it's very hard to tell. And this is just a torso, with arms and a head as well, but it's just like the top half of a body, and you can't even recognize it as Flip, other than the yellow jacket. There is like nothing resembling a face that you can, understand as being him. And Kevin does kind of drop to one knee and just Oh, fuck. Ugh. Okay. Okay. Thank you for finding him.
How'd you find it?
I found what was left out there. Followed the trail of the kid that your friend killed. It was a bloody mess. Just that jacket of his and... It wasn't... You don't want to see the rest. I'll say that much.
I've seen this sort of thing before. The first night. This little girl just took down a
We've all seen it.
fully grown man. We need to make sure that people can't go off angry like this. He could have just... They could have taken him out, or he could have tripped and fell and hurt himself, and he was easy pickings.
Could have been anything.
Could have been skunk.
You know, like he vanished like a few days before these zombies washed
We've
up.
only been here a few days.
And we've been busy as fuck, and he could have fallen over and broken down.
Wait, how many days has it actually been?
I think this is the third or
Third.
fourth now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you've
it's only
here.
been that long. It hasn't been long. A
Yeah.
lot has happened in the past few days.
So
Yeah.
4 days.
We're gonna have to burn him with the rest.
I agree.
Do we?
We don't... Look. I don't even think we mentioned we found him.
Does he
Or
have
if we
family
do-
here? Friends?
He was close with Willow. They were together, but... We can't let her see this. So, Kev, you tell her that we found him and that those things that got Holly got to him. And we'll burn him. But we can't let the others see this.
No.
Or maybe we do. Either way, it's difficult. But maybe people need to know the realities of this. Exactly what's it cost. Not the kids, but everyone else.
Maybe, but no. Willow's our nurse, right?
Yeah.
She needs to be able to stay focused. Sculp needs her to be as best as she can be right now.
Well, I think we all do. I think I need to at least give her the choice. It's only fair.
Okay.
I have to talk with her now. Well, we have a lot we need to do. We need to get a lot of wood. So that we can burn the others properly. The others, I think we just take further away from here and maybe even the beach.
Yeah.
Burn them there.
We don't need to waste time getting wood for them. We can just get some petrol, take it out of the boat, burn them with that. Dig a bit of a hole, chuck them in there, burn them, cover it up.
Okay.
We'll
get
do
it done.
Downwind.
Yeah. I'll get everyone organised. Just give me some time to have a chat with Willow, and after the morning we'll get it sorted.
Okay.
Okay. With that, he leaves the two of you, with you walking over towards the bunkhouse. Skulk, you've actually already arrived at this point while this
At
has
the
all been
bunkhouse.
happening at the bunkhouse.
Alright.
Walking your way over, kind of unsteady, and you do see a number of people sleeping in there, but
I'm just looking for A, my backpack, and B, a crutch.
okay, alright. All of your things are still in there. The crutches would be near this guy at this point. And you were sleeping in that bunkhouse, along with a few others, and as everyone's kind of starting to stir and wake up at this point, you're also waking up as well, and you see Skulk in the doorway.
Skulking about.
Mm-hmm. I just go to my backpack and I put on my fleece from in there.
Okay.
'Cause you said it's getting chilly.
Yes, it is.
I
It
just
is
say
indeed
it.
colder today.
And
So I've got a pair of crutches, do I? Or?
There are a pair.
I asked,
yeah.
can I borrow one?
Can have exactly right.
He can walk. He can't.
I've got legs.
Yeah, I don't know how well I can walk at the moment.
He knows how well he can't walk with them.
Fuck up, man. I'm asking.
You're still
guys.
Do you want the Jake?
you still have well, actually no, everyone kind of cleaned themselves up before they went to sleep last night, so you would have had a chance to clean off the mud and everything.
Is you see, because we had a fully proper set of crutches, and there's the makeshift one that we had.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to the makeshift
No, that one
though.
was gone
The
by
makeshift one was
Phase
gone because that
Okay.
was from our original home on the Coromandel.
Yeah.
Just to give you like context, it's much easier to move around on two crutches.
I know,
It's very difficult to do one.
because yeah,
Without
I've
the
got-
extra
so
leg.
You got both your legs, and you got here, all right. Just if you think you're gonna fall over, you still got one arm.
You can't see this, but I'm flipping you off with my left hand. And I walk away, slowly shuffling my way back to the door.
Okay. All right, you shuffle on your way back. Now, please feel free to interrupt me any point.
Okay.
Can I tell you where I'm going? Can
Yes,
that
yeah.
help?
Oh, yes, you can. Yes, you can.
The boat.
You're going to the
I'm gonna
boat.
shuffle my ass all the way to
Okay.
the
All right. What are your intentions on the boat?
boat. Get on the boat.
I'm going to the boat.
No, sorry, I'm going
Okay.
to the tool shed first.
Okay, to the tool
I'm
shed.
shuffling my way down
Okay.
to the tool shed beach-wise though.
Okay, beach-wise. Okay, yeah. Let's just follow on from that point now.
No, but whatever happens, it's going to take me like 20 minutes to
Okay.
shuffle my way there. So if something happens in the meantime...
As you're starting to shuffle away, things do start to happen. You can see, those of you that are around, see Kevin take Willow aside and they have a conversation a bit further away from the bunkhouses. And it seems to go well enough.
That's good. Want to get our team together
Yep.
and have a little quiet conversation by ourselves?
Okay, so it's the four of you. So it's yourself, Chloe, Scott, and Nick, in and around the bunkhouse. While activity seems to be happening, like you're seeing people go off into the woods and like snap branches, dead wood that's on the ground, and they seem to be bringing it towards here at this point, and they seem to be piling it up just in and around this area.
Quite happy right now. I can move.
Okay, and yeah, you do. You kind of crutch through the doorway, and you see Jake approaching, and
Yeah.
Chloe.
We'll go to the side. I just want to just be like,
What is this about? Because I told Dan I'd be helping him.
these people don't have too much food. We've got a bit.
Okay.
Enough for us for a while. Enough for these people, for everyone, for like a day maybe.
I was thinking about that last night, but obviously you were a bit preoccupied. I think
And I wasn't too hungry last night. I'm starving now. Everyone's a little bit hungry.
we should cook up some fish.
We've got the fish. We've also got a whole bunch of other stuff.
Why
How
we-
much fish do
why
we
we
have?
while we were out there,
Do we really
Towards
want to
great-
eat the fish?
towards Great Barrier, multiple things. There was a interference with the radio signals. No, all channels being blocked by some something.
What,
Skulk
like a
seems-
different signal?
Skulk seems to think it was the I think he called it like an aerospace something or whatever, like a air traffic control tower.
Alright, well, we can.
Hmm.
We'll just stay away from there for now.
Well, yeah, I mean, Ishmael told us to not ever go anywhere near that hut.
But if we just focus on
Did he
what
say
we need to
why?
do. No,
He just
bad
said that
people
there
there.
was death there.
The thing is, you were saying you wanted to cook the fish. There was a bunch of shit in the water.
Yeah, some kind of yellow.
I don't think we eat
I
anything
don't
that comes from the
understand
water.
biology
Then
or
we'll
whatever,
burn. Then we'll burn the fish. Like, but we do have
It's not worth it.
90 non-perishable food units.
We
Yeah.
checked the fish. They seemed fine, but you don't know it's on a chemical level.
I don't know. I mean,
But
we could risk it all. I mean, that might be too dangerous. We could try. One person could try. it, and we could wait.
Personally, I wouldn't want to risk it.
No, but we do have some food. We've got 90 non-perishable food units. we can.
Okay.
Divvy
Do you
up.
really say that?
Well, I don't know what we have. That was literally what we were given.
We have-
90 and.
We
No,
have,
Well,
we have
we
like
just say
something like
we-
40,
yeah,
40
we
or
say
so
we got-
fish.
Yeah.
Sorry?
We've got like something like 40 or something fish.
Yeah, fish that might be contaminated. That we just literally had a conversation about.
Yeah,
It
but
does seem a shame to let all that go to waste.
It doesn't need to go to waste. We can do tests on it. We've got these iguanas there. We can test them on that. But right now, I'm thinking just feeding these people for breakfast. We have a huge day ahead of us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And if
Yeah.
we're gonna commit to this group in some fashion, we do need to leave this island at some point. I'll talk to you about that soon. But right now, we have a huge day ahead of us. Everyone needs some food.
even just, I mean, they feed us, we feed them.
Yeah, like, of
Seems
course,
fair.
we're definitely
Yeah.
wrong.
All right. So, Nick, you and I will go to the second chance, grab some stuff, come back and feed everyone.
Yep. Okay.
And obviously we'll pass you on the way. We'll just wave as we walk normally by and you'll slow.
Is this walking, is it more like just lack of energy? Because he's like low blood?
It's just like slumped. Yeah, it's like low bloods, but like you've got a little bit
hangover,
more. Yeah,
also
hangover.
immense pain.
Yes, yeah. A
In
lot
your
of
arm.
a lot
Also,
of everything
when
at
that
this
fits
point.
begins.
That'll be the throbbing and it will go straight. To,
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, you're making your way over. So, all up, in terms of like the people that are here, to feed everyone, that's going to be 19 times 3.
for a day.
That's
For
for
a
a day. Yeah, this is
That's
just
for a
breakfast.
day.
This is just breakfast.
So just
Okay.
one unit of
This is
food.
19.
Breakfast.
Okay, so that's going to be 19 units of food for everyone, including yourselves.
Yep.
I thought there was 19 and then us 5.
No, it's 19 including you.
Oh, I thought there were 19 of them.
Not exactly.
Got it.
Well, okay.
Oh,
There are the younger ones that don't need to eat as much as you. Probably closer to like 23.
Yeah, Charles is gone.
But like 19.
Flip's
yes.
gone.
No, well, Charles is here.
we
You
found
just haven't
Charles.
seen him.
He's just been.
missing.
He's been out of it.
Yeah, he's.
Well, he doesn't need to eat then.
He was in the smaller bedroom, wasn't he?
was,
Like
yeah.
I remember Dan
Yeah.
dragged him in there, and that's
Yeah.
been it.
Some of you would have seen him like once you started bunking down for the night, but the guy was pretty much passed out with a number of wine bottles beside him.
Lightweight.
You did one bottle. Well,
I was, like,
spirits-
missing
spirits-
half my blood.
spirits. Yeah, that's true.
And it was like whiskey.
It
or
was
something.
liquor as well. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So we'll go and we're gonna grab everything off the boat. That
Okay.
We can.
Yeah.
And just don't have too much on here.
Luckily, during the night, it has stayed.
Mm.
It hasn't drifted with the tides.
Also want to get the anchor down and like pull the anchor up and sort of dig into the ground as much as you
Okay.
can.
All right. It's a bit of effort, but like working together as a team with all of you there, and even Skulk, you're actually on the
we
boat.
wouldn't have left
Like,
them as we walked past. We would have
yeah,
helped
yeah,
them.
yeah.
I thought it was just Jake and
Yeah.
But Skulk was already on the way.
the net going down.
Yeah, Skulk was already on the way.
Well, yeah, but that's
Yeah.
3. He said all
Okay.
of us.
Well,
As a
That's what I'm
team.
clarifying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, not all of you working together as a
The
team.
boat team.
As I just said, you should really be resting at least until we get this.
He's gone.
Yeah.
He's-
You really should be
resting!
Yeah, he's at the
You
boat.
said you were coming to help him and everything.
Yeah, because we're going in the same direction. He's
Yeah,
going
at the
I was
boat.
like halfway to the boat by the time you
And
guys
so when
finished
we
the
go-
conversation.
Yeah.
We're going to meet him on the way.
Yes, you guys. I didn't realize you were staying, but if you're staying, then yeah, you're not there for that.
Well, yeah, we'll
Um,
be helping
I'm
out Dan
staying.
with whatever he's doing.
Oh, you're going with them to the boat.
I thought we were all going because we
No.
got pulled aside and talked.
Yeah.
And
No, I wanted
That
to
was just us talking
asking
about what we're doing.
Those are our supplies. I didn't want to go and grab the food and offer it out without discussing it.
You know.
Okay, I would stay back then.
Oh, you're staying.
Yeah.
Okay.
It would
alright.
make sense because it would.
You're deciding to stay as well?
I'm staying back, so I'm going to
Okay.
help out Dan with
All right.
whatever
It
he's
takes quite a
doing.
few trips to get things backwards and forwards.
Grab a wheelbarrow from the.
From the
Tool shed?
from the tool shed. Yeah. I mean that makes it a little easier. But yes, you do make it to the boat when everyone else is on there, climbing up the ladder to get on.
Hopefully with some support.
No.
Yeah.
I want to do something after these guys are done
I
with
try.
the
What I do is I go and try and find any bag, plastic bag, rubbish bag, a container of sorts.
Mhm.
I go find
Oh, I
my,
know what you're doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
and then I look for and I find and I'm trying and then because you said I was missing my last
Yes.
2 fingers and my I'm not sure if it's the reddish or the ulna. That one.
Yeah.
I go try and look for them.
The bones.
The missing parts
Oh.
of my arm.
Right. So it mostly. Okay. So the fingers definitely went in the gullet of this thing.
If I could,
And-
I'm about to like if I can't find it.
It's not on when you find your dismembered arm. the fingers are missing.
Yeah, I
And on the actual arm itself, like it's just a lot of snapped ligaments, and there is the muscles hasn't been taken away. It's just been peeled down. And
I put that in the bag. Then I
okay,
go to, and then I pick up both my machetes. And I
Okay.
put them back in my belt. Well, no, like the one that
yeah,
has got
both
dolphin
got
poop.
dolphin
blood. There's dolphin blood everywhere
Yeah.
at this point as well. But yeah,
I go and then I slowly but surely start cutting that dolphin from
okay,
there to there, and I find my missing shit.
okay,
My
yeah.
ring
So you
and
With
my
one
fingers.
arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Oh,
it's gonna
man.
take me
you
ages.
dig through, and it does take you some time.
I
eventually-
take my fleece
yeah.
off first, and I
Yeah.
pretty much I just take my shirt off. I can't take my pants off because
Yeah.
I can't take my shoes
Feliz
off.
Navidad, and you just like, throw it away, and you start to work on the dolphin. And all the while that's happening, you're shipping these things off. Yourself and Nick
Past me
are
digging into a dolphin.
yeah,
I'm just thinking he's just working through some stuff, you know?
yes, yeah.
Yeah.
He's working through some stuff. Yeah, so these dolphins are still on here. There's 2 dolphins. You do manage to get the anchor down as well.
Yeah. I mean, our priority would be anchoring it down
Yeah.
and then just getting enough food for breakfast.
Okay. All right. So
That's sort of.
you
obviously
don't want to get all your things off the boat.
Well, eventually, but I think just getting people
Okay.
fed right now is sort of the idea.
I've
Priority.
just realised cooking for 19 people is going to be such a mission.
Most of it's
gonna be
canned shit
difficult,
and
but
stuff
yeah.
like that, so it's like
You do.
Chuck
Oh,
the
that's
cans
true.
in
It's
the
not
fire.
really cooking. It's not like a
you do
chefing or
have
anything.
you do have like the actual small kitchen inside the bunkhouse that they've been using and that you've been using as well. The electric stove and everything.
Well, we've got the Weber BBQ, don't we?
Yes, you do. You have a small.
If we don't
Yeah.
have enough stuff there, we can take that with one of the
Yep.
gas bottles, which is
Okay.
like a third full, 2/3 full, something.
Okay, so it takes a while. It takes a bit of the morning to get the anchor down, to start bringing the food back, and then eventually bring everything else back. You do have more people, so what you probably can do, it's up to you whether or not you do it, is continue bringing stuff back, and then maybe leaving Scott and Chloe to start trying to prepare some food if they're going to be staying at home.
Yeah.
But while it was happening, you did say you wanted to do something else, correct?
Yeah. Do I see Charles anywhere?
The last place that you have seen him was in the bunkhouses, but
he's
just
not
completely
outside
passed out.
with us?
No, he hasn't been outside for a while.
Okay. I tell Dan I just need to get inside quickly.
Okay, all good.
I-
He's mostly just been doing wood, like so
Sure,
you've been
yeah.
helping out, carrying wood, bringing it over,
Yeah.
and so he just keeps on working at it. You head inside the bunkhouse.
Okay. Like, is there anyone in here?
It's mostly empty. Everyone else is outside working, doing things to help. Yeah.
Do I find Charles in here in the
Okay.
back room?
Upon opening the door, yep, you find him, and he is completely just like out one arm, like off the bed. Oh, God, one arm off the bed, just like completely.
I walk over to him and I slap him really hard on the face.
Okay, roll fight.
Really?
How hard do you slap him? Are
Not hard enough to like.
Okay, you're not trying to do damage.
I'm not trying to damage him.
Okay, all right. No, so in that
Still
case,
do.
don't worry about that.
Destroyed.
I'm destroyed.
This isn't a war fortress.
Take my time,
Jesus
aim.
Christ.
Just whack his head off.
yeah, I aim.
Oh dear. Okay, so yes, you aim and
slice and
yeah,
pencil.
you just slap him right across the face and just oh the fuck.
He's
God.
got a shirt on, yeah?
Here he's still fully
Okay,
clothed,
cool. I grab him by the
like
collar
shoes
and I
as well,
push him up against the wall.
like up against the wall. What the fuck are you doing, you psychopath?
You need to sort your shit out. Because your daughter is relying on you right now, you piece of shit.
Oh, thank you
Slap him.
for your. Stop fucking slapping me. This is assault, I'll have you know.
I'll do it again. You need to sort your shit out, okay? You have a child out there, and she is relying on you to be her fucking parent. Okay? So this, I point at all the wine bottles, this fucking stops right now. Or this gets worse. You understand me?
I understand. What are you going to do about it?
I will come back every day and beat you if I have to.
You'll beat me.
Yeah. I slap him again.
Okay. Yeah. Just fucking stop slapping me. And he does like try to like enforce back off you, but he's
anybody in
he's
that
still very
place?
intoxicated.
No,
Everyone else is working.
I
Everyone
made
else is
sure that
working
no
right
one
now.
was in here.
Yeah. Maybe like some people can actually hear like a little bit of like stop fucking slapping me
That's
from
fine.
inside here, but yeah. And he does try to like force you off, just like fucking God.
This stops. Do you understand me?
Go for a bottle of wine. Go for a bottle of wine.
Do it. Do
Well, I
it.
mean, he's looking around, but he can't find anything.
it.
He
Oh,
can't
damn
find anything in particular.
Let's grab an empty.
Oh no, if I was thinking you'd drink, and I'd love to see what happens after that.
Do I hear any of this? Any commotion? I don't mean like specifics. But
Once some things get back, no. So things are still getting carried back at this point. You know, these peeps have just gone to the boat, so you hear a little bit of commotion, but you just hear like "stop fucking slapping me" and like a little bit of raised voices inside. But
And
much
there's
more
no
than
one in like the group
It's-
responds to "stop fucking slapping me."
It's probably not the first time someone slapped it.
but do I hear Chloe's?
no, but the thing is, like most people would recognize the voice as well.
Yeah, but like,
Yeah.
so no one goes and checks or anything.
Can I
Everyone just
can I
flying
keep
with-
on with my scene, please?
Yes.
No,
Yeah,
it's
so he-
on. Like,
he's
if I
just
hear Chloe,
yeah.
if I hear Chloe yelling and I hear
Yeah.
"stop slapping me," do I hear that?
roll perception for me, just flat.
I hear nothing.
Okay, so that's like the thing is like it's not enough to take you away from your work while you're doing it. You just think you hear something, like you think you hear like a bit of commotion.
I just thought
But-
I was be doing light work, so I
Yeah.
potentially, but that's fine. I don't hear anything.
Yeah. And so he's just still just staring you down. He hasn't said anything.
I let go of him. I don't want him to come back, Charles, but I will.
And he just turns over in the bed, like rolls back over.
I'm back.
I leave at that point.
Okay, all right. You see Chloe exiting the
Okay,
bunkhouse. And
And then just head back over to help Dan with the wood.
okay, and as you do come back over towards Dan with the wood, he's got like a bit of a smirk on his face.
Okay, I mean, like, I see him smile.
He-
and I,
yeah,
I
he
do
just- He just gives you a nod.
Yeah.
All right, and you just keep on helping out with that as best you can, and it takes a while, but eventually the food does get back, and yourself and Scott are going to help out with that.
I
I
guess
can help.
we can.
I mean, like you don't have to.
I mean, like,
Yep.
what is it? Like, is it something
It's-
that?
I can
It's-
just say to. I also just say to Chloe, "I'll do it."
Yeah. Okay. So essentially, it's a mixture of non-perishable foods. So it's the kind of thing that might work quite well to do as like a number of batches of soup.
I'm good at soup.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So you would be able to use some of the varying ingredients because a lot of things is like it's not just like a can of soup. It's like things that you could do to make a can of soup or at least enrich something. And so you do start to try and bubble that up as best you can. And I want you to roll broadcraft for me and give that a plus 25.
Is broadcraft what we use for cooking?
For cooking, yeah.
Plus 25. you
Baking
said.
is fine, craft.
Or
Sorry?
Plus how much?
Plus 25.
Don't burn it, Scott.
I reroll.
You burn a sigil?
Oh,
No, he
uses a sigil.
But his life depends on this.
I fail.
Okay.
God, again.
All right. So with plus 25? Okay, cool.
So let's say, oh, Chloe, don't worry, I'll handle it.
Okay.
Like burns all the food.
Oh,
right.
I don't
Yeah, I mean, it takes you. It just takes you a little longer.
The
To,
soup will taste a bit strong and all like.
it just takes you a little longer to prepare things to get it ready. So breakfast ends up being a little bit later, but it's not too bad. Eventually, you do start to, as you're bringing things around and the wood's starting to pile up, you do
it's 5
start
PM
to
now.
smell the smell of food. Everyone kind of gets called together. Kevin gets everyone together. Everyone starts having a bit of a meal. Not everyone at the same time. Some people breaking,
staying on the
others.
boat.
You're staying on the boat. Yeah, working at that. While all that's happening, you do come across
My
first of
fingers.
all, one finger, and then another, and then finally a ring as well.
I'll just put that on my
Yeah.
right hand.
The boat seems to be a place where you sort through a lot of emotional
Then I'm going
issues.
to the
Yeah.
bottom level to the kitchen with my bag of goodies.
Okay. All right.
Does he find the drugs?
Whoa! What are you doing in the kitchen with the bag of goodies? Let's find out. Okay.
No,
yes,
these
you
guys
go
are-
downstairs.
I like
yeah. Oh, I mean, this is just all happening while all of the morning activities are happening.
Because there's a kitchenette in there, right?
Oh yeah, there's a
With
small
hob,
one. Yep,
stone
yeah,
top
small
hob,
one. Yep.
Right? And there's a sink with water, running water.
Yes, there is. Yeah, there is a limited supply on the second chance, but
I just need a
you all
pot full
don't
of
know.
water.
Yeah, okay, yep.
Right. Put the pot on, put the stove on, set it onto a nice simmer, and I'll put my remains of my arm in there and I start cooking it while I go look for some more booze.
Oh boy.
Okay.
I'm cooking the fish off.
Yeah, I was hoping that's what
I'm
you
not
were
gonna
doing.
eat it.
Okay, good.
I mean, that's gonna make me, like, the smell's gonna make me so hungry.
Oh,
It's
okay.
gonna smell like stew.
Okay, all right. So as you were doing that, yeah, you go to try and find some booze. There is still
Oh,
some
dry,
around.
I
There are some.
find.
Yeah, there are bottles that are still around the place.
Yeah, because I think there was bottles and stuff left on the bed, and there would also be.
There's a crate as well, but you're more likely to discover one of the.
Oh, yeah.
One of the
Before I do
other
that and,
ones.
like, I grab a can of food, I just go rinse myself.
rinse all the blood off. Okay, all right.
And then I just grab one unit of non-perishable food
Okay.
and booze while
Yeah.
I wait for the
1 unit of non-perishable
The
booze.
drugs will be left on
Okay.
the bed as well.
I don't
If you saw those, because you didn't go down.
While
That-
the
that's
cooking is
afterwards.
happening, while everything's happening back at the bunkhouse, you are slowly boiling.
It's gonna take hours. This is a
yeah.
slow simmer.
Okay, all right. You're going to leave that slow simmering. Everyone back at home has had something to eat.
I would
And-
want to talk to Kevin at some point.
Okay, all right. Pull them aside. This is just as everyone's sitting down eating their soup. It's kind of a tomato-based soup.
It's just ketchup. That's
Yeah, it's pretty much just
Technically, that's a tomato-based soup, I guess.
ketchup and water. No. Yeah.
Did you guys find thingy? Flip?
Yeah, we did. I've talked to Willow already.
How bad was it?
Very. There wasn't much left.
Ugh. Something must have happened to him, though, right? I mean, those zombies only washed up yesterday.
I don't know how long he's been out there for. He always was easy to set off. You know that.
Yeah.
I imagine he was out there trying to cool down. He was angry. He was frustrated.
Okay, well, I guess it's good at least that we found him.
Yeah. We're going to be burning him. Not with the others, not with the infected.
Okay, yeah,
Victor.
yeah, that's a good idea.
Holly and Flip. We're going to do it all together. A proper ceremony. That's what the wood's for.
Okay. That's a good idea.
We'll make this happen.
And he returns back to the others, and at that point he starts handing out more specific instructions as to where the wood is meant to be placed, and it does start getting placed, and it's actually being placed not precisely here. Everyone starts to move it once it's been collected in and around, and it's walked down out to here, out to this
Everyone can
field.
see it from the mainland.
where it's all started to be placed out in like a long, flat, kind of almost rectangle, human-sized shape. Once it's placed out, first of all, Holly is brought over, set to rest upon it. On the second, Victor. And then finally, once another sheet has been wrapped onto him, quite a small thing. And again, it stains the sheet red as it's being brought over. What remains of Flip so far. Once that's all been done and in place, Kevin does ask the others to go find anyone that might be still out there and bring them in, and that together as a community they were going to send these people off. Is there anyone else that you would like to bring along to this as well? All of you have been helping out. You and Nick, you've already brought back all the things that you can from the second chance, and you've seen Skull working downstairs.
Now, we've been there when he's cooking stuff.
No,
Okay.
not
Right.
necessarily.
So you were-
Pretty much everything's out of it by that
inside
point.
the dolphin at that point.
One thing I would like to have done while Jake and I were ferrying stuff to and from is just ask them what happened with the jet skis.
Jet skis?
Because there was two
There's
jet
mountains,
skis
so-
/small boats.
Oh,
Because we didn't hear anything about that.
Yeah, we don't actually know anything about that still.
No.
Told us. Dick.
So that's what I'm asking it as we're ferrying stuff back. It's like, what happened with that whole jet ski thing?
So I don't remember
Really?
jet skis.
Speedboat.
He thinks
doesn't
they're
know
jet
how
Two
skis.
to-
speedboats, two jet skis,
Boats,
two
yeah.
small boats.
I relayed all the information.
You didn't watch the video.
Oh,
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, so out of character, I don't know either.
That makes it more difficult, but yeah, there you go. No.
Yeah. They were Russians from a ship. They have a bit of a network. The guy we found in the hole was forced to work for them, making meth. And so they don't know he's dead, but they keep wanting their product. They're fine for us to be there, as long as we sort of act as sort of middlemen in between them. We've got this one here. What's her name? Lulu.
Lulu.
Lulu. She thinks she might be able to make some. All those everything in those barrels is to make meth. So we're gonna start production as soon as possible. So these people can stay here and stay safe. Also, they recognise our tattoos on our head. They've had dealings with Eddie.
Oh fuck! Really?
There's some the one we talked to, Ismail.
Yeah, Ismail.
He was all right. He helped us out. There was another guy there who didn't speak any English, which made the conversation a lot easier. But there are some people there that know about the tattoos, that know that there's a bit of a bounty on anyone seen outside that area with those tattoos. Quite keen to take us back there. So once we're good to go, I think we need to leave. They're going to come back at the next full moon for the drugs.
The problem is we now have two people that can't leave.
Yeah.
Really?
They're coming back for the drugs after the full moon, but that doesn't mean other people won't come. Like they can come today, they can come tomorrow, they can come whenever. They especially might come when they go down to Auckland and see that Eddie's rocks turned into a shithole. Well, it's not his one,
But it was your shithole.
but we need
It's
to.
our shithole.
I think once things calm down here, I think we need to go.
Yeah.
If this is on a boat, doesn't matter how far I am inside it, I say fuck yes. Get onto proper solid land. That's my vote.
Well, no, I'm saying if he was talking about two people can't leave, he probably wouldn't be talking around you.
I mean, most of this has happened when you've been ferrying things and actually
No,
ferrying
I
the
would
wood
have
as
openly
well.
said that around him.
No.
To be fair.
We're leaving you here, Skulk.
No, I was like, yeah, no, I'm all for fucking off the island.
No.
Sorry, who are the two people that can't leave?
Two people that are kind of like him,
Yep.
the cripples, because they're a burden.
We'll talk about it afterwards, though. We'll
No,
talk about it
it's
afterwards.
it's
So
more
you were
so
essentially having this
with
conversation
Skull's place, I
at the
don't
very
want
end.
to die.
Yeah.
At the very end, when you were bringing wood out for this, and no one decided to bring Skulk along.
Would have offered.
That's what Kevin was asking. Like,
Ah.
if you bring everyone you want, but they're essentially getting ready to start at this point. So I don't know whether or not you go to fetch him or not, or
No, I guess you would have asked.
We would have asked on one
Oh,
of the
yeah.
fetchings.
this is at the very end. This is you've all been gathering wood and placing wood down. You've had everything here
Yeah.
for a long time. You've already had a meal. Skulk has been on the boat by himself
Yeah.
for a long
Alright.
time.
Like,
Yeah,
hours
I'll go.
ago.
No,
I'll go and
I'd
ask.
go grab him. Yeah.
Okay, you go together.
Drag him to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
You smell stew coming into that boat.
You do smell something. He's cooking something on the boat, but you don't know what in particular. But
Oh dear.
what do you do?
I'll go find Skulk and go. Hey, we're having a bit of service for some of the people who've died.
To mention, I'm down in the kitchen on lower floor.
I
Do you
down
mention
there. What's
anything-
cooking?
What's cooking? Oh
Yeah.
dear.
My iron, cooking the flesh off.
Why?
Because I want to keep my fucking iron. It's mine.
Why?
What do you mean why it's mine? I was born with it, that's why it's mine.
Why?
I don't know, ask
Do
my
you
mum.
keep your toenail clippings, Skulk?
No,
got a whole
there.
Not here.
Okay, it's fucking weird.
I'm keeping it. Mine.
Keeping it.
Throwing a mantra and just having a straw.
okay,
Keeping
That's
it
I'm like,
mine.
I'm like half drunk by now as well. Anyway.
Oh right, yeah.
Yes.
We're having a bit of
True.
service. Do you want to come?
No, I got something on the stove.
I'm cooking.
Don't drink and fry.
It's right. I'm drinking, stewing.
Okay, so with that, you
Okay,
head back to the
fine.
beach, and you can actually already see the final preparations are in place. And there are 3 people. There is Willow, there is Jen, and there is Jonah,
Is that it?
all holding
Oh.
pieces of flaming wood.
Otherwise known as a torch.
A torch, a flaming wood.
Mm.
And they take these torches, bringing them up towards them, and each says something before placing it onto the pyre, which each ignites with a fair bit of speed. And the sheets that are on them are engulfed in flames, and eventually they're lost in the smoke as it kind of billows away from these pyres on the beach. And everyone's kind of together, and those that are families are, you know, holding each other close. And Chloe, I will let you know that someone isn't here.
Someone's getting a slap.
Apparently. And no one else really says anything else at this point. You know, there is quiet sobbing, and it's just, for the most part, silent. Eventually, Quentin, the boy, that he's in between. He's like teen, like man. I'm gonna say the man,
Young adult.
the young adult, the young
guy.
adult.
Just say guy.
man.
Talking
Guy.
the guy,
Man.
the guy. There you go. Descriptive terms. Okay. Who was around the fire the night before, comes out and starts saying a few things. He actually has a book that you had seen him with when he was first on here, and he starts kind of like reading through it, reading out aloud. But you can see that he's not actually looking at the pages. He's more just feeling across them.
Oh, he's
and
blind.
he's
Okay.
blind. Yeah, that's what the intuition check was for.
Well,
but I mean, it was dark. It was
I
dark.
thought he was autistic because they
And he
tend
could-
to not look at people.
I know,
They
that's
don't look
because
at
your
people when they're
intuition check wasn't there, so there was something. But here he starts reading from this book, and he seems to be reading a religious passage of sorts out loud, kind of facing towards the crowd. And after that's passed, everyone does slowly start to, some filter away, others stay as the pyres continue to burn down.
Once Lulu goes, I want to go talk to her.
Okay. You leave the rest of the procession as it starts to slowly simmer down. Oh, that's a terrible word.
Yep.
Okay,
Especially all at once.
I know, yeah. That's definitely simmering down. But Jake, say your piece. You approach her as she's walking back towards the bunkhouse.
We've only got a month. We need to get on that as soon as possible.
Jesus, right now.
I am aware. And we shall.
Let's get you there. You can have a look around, see what we need.
Jonah promised to take me. We will go.
And she continues walking on. And with that, with the smoke slowly starting to settle from these pyres on the beach, the 3 fallen, the 3 dead, that's where we're going to be wrapping up today's episode. Thank you all for joining us once again. This is not the end of Blood in the Water. There might be more. I've been Rycon. You have all been awesome. And until next time, stay breathing.